Have you ever found yourself gently slipping into slumber while reciting the Rosary? Should that be the case, this message calls for your undivided focus. Prepare yourself for revelation that could transform your understanding of prayer in ways you never imagined. If you believe in the wisdom of Pope Francis, leave a comment below that says, "The Rosary is my strength." Many individuals on social media frequently inquire about the significance of dozing off while reciting the Rosary. Have you ever experienced that moment when you start to pray, only to feel your eyelids becoming heavy before you even notice it? Today, inspired by the wisdom of Pope Francis, we will delve into the profound spiritual significance of this experience. Renowned for guiding the Church to welcome the Rosary with a blend of simplicity and profound meaning, Francis shared a deeply pastoral view on the experience of drifting off while in prayer. His musings hint that this event might hold a deeper spiritual significance than we often realize. Indeed, it may very well be an indication of celestial guardianship. Imagine this. As the sun sets on a long, weary day, you find yourself kneeling, the beads of the Rosary slipping through your fingers, each prayer a whisper into the quiet of the evening. Your eyelids begin to droop, and despite your efforts to resist, the gentle embrace of slumber pulls you under. Does that ring a bell? It is a common sentiment that arises when such moments unfold. Yet, the lessons imparted by Francis on this matter are undeniably deep. He once proclaimed, "The Rosary serves as the weapon for these times, and much like a formidable tool, it attracts the gaze of those who would rather we refrain from wielding it." Thus, the act of drifting into slumber during prayer may hold more complexity than it initially appears. It may arise from three distinct origins, each imbued with its own profound significance. In just a few moments, I will guide you through the three primary reasons that Pope Francis has highlighted. In this exploration, you'll uncover the reasons why dozing off during prayer could signify a spiritual struggle, represent a moment of divine safeguarding, or simply reflect the body's inherent need for rest. Moreover, you'll discover how to identify which of these may be unfolding in your own journey of prayer. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of fatigue when you attempt to engage in prayer? Have you ever experienced a serene calmness, even as you drift into slumber during your prayers? These are the signs that have been shared with us by Pope Francis to remain mindful of. Today, we shall delve into the true essence of their meaning. The Pope imparted spiritual wisdom that resonates with the same strength today as it did during his time in office. His wisdom illuminates the path, allowing us to delve deeper into our own sacred moments of reflection. Prepare to uncover revelations that could transform your understanding of prayer and offer fresh perspectives on the significance of slumber during the Rosary. Should you find yourself in this situation again, take heart and remain hopeful. As you journey through this message, you will uncover its meaning and discover the steps to take when it unfolds once more. Let me weave in some practical insights shared by Pope Francis that can guide us in maintaining our focus during prayer. Have you ever considered that the Rosary is much more than a simple act of repetition? Francis held the conviction that it was among the mightiest tools in the realm of spiritual combat. With the Rosary, we shall triumph, he would declare, clutching his time-worn beads, a testament to years of unwavering devotion. As you delve into his life, you'll uncover profound moments woven around the Rosary, illuminated by countless nights spent in fervent prayer. He faced the shadows of the soul. Each time, he grasped the Rosary. A powerful force enveloped him, shielding him from danger. This force reveals itself in the tapestry of our daily existence. Have you ever felt that serene calm wash over you after you've prayed the Rosary? Or how challenges begin to dissolve in surprising manners? Fate has woven its threads with intention. He shared that each Hail Mary resembles the act of presenting a rose to the Mother, who then envelops us in her nurturing embrace. In the quiet moments of confession, he would often weave the Rosary into his counsel, presenting it as a soothing balm for the soul's turmoil. Regardless of the challenge at hand, be it family conflicts, financial woes, or inner strife, his response was unwavering. Embrace the Rosary with unwavering belief, and watch as wonders unfold before your eyes. And here unfolds something truly extraordinary. He unveiled that the foe quakes in fear before the might of the Rosary. It's often in those moments that our minds wander, or we find ourselves drifting off. As we engage in prayer, one of the adversary's strategies is unexpected. A mysterious heaviness descends during moments of prayer. The threads of understanding are starting to weave together. He spoke with conviction. Each Hail Mary strikes a decisive blow against the forces of darkness. This is why we often encounter obstacles when we start to pray. Sleep can be one such obstacle, yet it isn't always a negative thing. Francis shared 3 signs that unveil the true essence of the Rosary's power. The first is the profound peace that envelops us during and after our prayers. The second is the uplifting transformations we observe in our everyday lives. Lastly, there's the comforting sense of protection that surrounds us in challenging moments. Through the act of praying the Rosary, we are crafting a shield of spiritual strength. Francis shared a profound truth. Each mystery we contemplate fortifies our spirit against adversities. Imagine constructing a fortress, each brick laid with intention. Hail Mary after Hail Mary. Some may dismiss the Rosary as monotonous or tedious. Yet, for those immersed in the rhythms of pastoral life, the Rosary emerges as a formidable prayer for the adversary, precisely due to its unadorned strength and profound impact. The essence of its beauty is found in its ability to elevate our hearts and minds toward the sacred mysteries of our faith. Francis imparted wisdom on how this harmonious blend of spoken prayer and meditation creates a protective shield around us. As we come to understand the true power of the Rosary, we start to recognize the varied meanings that sleep during prayer can embody. At times, we find ourselves in a struggle that demands our courage. Other moments reveal a gentle touch of grace, and there are instances when our very being calls for a pause. A heartfelt reflection reminds us that every Hail Mary uttered with sincerity holds the potential for change, whether we recite it perfectly or fight to keep our eyes open. The essence remains profound. What truly holds significance is the unwavering spirit and belief in its might. With a newfound comprehension of the Rosary's profound strength, we can now delve into the matter of sleep during prayer. In the upcoming section, we will thoroughly examine the 3 causes identified by Francis that lead to slumber. While reciting the Rosary, we have now arrived at the most illuminating aspect of these teachings: the 3 essential reasons that may cause us to drift into sleep while engaged in prayer. First, we encounter the weight of physical exhaustion. It was shared that our bodies, regarded as sacred vessels, require moments of rest. There's no need for guilt when weariness envelops us in the midst of prayer. If the day has been long and demanding, and you find yourself drifting into slumber while in prayer, it may simply be your body yearning for respite. But how do we recognize this fatigue? There are several unmistakable signs to look for. The drowsiness creeps in slowly, like a gentle tide, rather than crashing down all at once. It often arrives after a day filled with stress or busyness. There's a comforting absence of restlessness or discomfort accompanying it. The second reason delves into the spiritual realm. Francis cautioned that as the Rosary starts to reshape your life, you might encounter some pushback. A frequent strategy employed is an unexpected wave of sleepiness that washes over you just as you begin your prayers. How can one recognize a spiritual assault? It strikes suddenly. Unlike the gradual weariness of everyday life, this occurs even when you feel fully rejuvenated. Most notably, it tends to manifest right as you embark on or during the crucial moments of prayer. Curiously, these disturbances are often a positive indication, hinting that your prayers are making a genuine spiritual difference. Shall I weave the tale of the third cause? It's a familiar struggle we encounter, isn't it? Have you ever observed how drowsiness creeps in just when you're most earnest in your prayers? And then there's the third cause, which may catch you off guard: protection. It has been shared that drifting into slumber during the Rosary can sometimes be a gentle embrace for your soul, a way of being sheltered. In those moments, you may be spared from spiritual battles you're not ready to face. So, how do you recognize this kind of divine protection? We've been taught to look for certain signs: a deep sense of peace during and after sleep, a renewed spirit upon waking, and often a quiet awareness that something meaningful happened while you rested. In moments like these, we are invited to embrace the embrace of slumber. It resembles a nurturing figure guiding their little one to a place of comfort. Your spirit is being tenderly nurtured. Have you ever emerged from a prayer, feeling a sense of renewal that defies explanation, as if enveloped in tranquility? These could be indications that you've encountered this unique form of safeguarding. In the face of natural tiredness, how shall we respond? The answer is straightforward. Embrace it with humility. Consider breaking the Rosary into smaller segments or adjusting your prayer time to moments when your spirit feels more awake against spiritual challenges. Stand firm. Let your prayers resonate in the air. Alter your stance. Perhaps even take a stroll while you pray. In those challenging moments, perseverance cultivates resilience in your spiritual journey. Embrace the moments of protection with a heart full of gratitude. Release any guilt that may linger. These unexpected intervals of rest can serve as significant opportunities for spiritual rejuvenation. The essence lies in understanding the nature of the sleep you are encountering. We learn that the art of discernment unfolds through the observation of how sleep descends upon us, the sensations we experience within it, and the impressions that linger afterward. Patterns often reveal themselves. Grasping these three elements liberates us from unwarranted guilt and guides us toward appropriate responses. It has been highlighted that dozing off during prayer should not dishearten us. Indeed, it beckons us to delve deeper into our comprehension of spiritual existence. With the awareness of the three forms of slumber encountered during the Rosary: natural fatigue, spiritual assault, and protective riposte are equipped with practical strategies for each. These insights have aided countless individuals in cultivating a more profound prayer experience, enhancing their focus throughout the Rosary. Adapting our approach to the challenges we encounter is essential. Understanding the nature of our struggles allows us to respond with insight. When fatigue leads to restless sleep, consider shifting your prayers to a time when you feel more invigorated. Break the Rosary into smaller, more manageable parts, and select a posture that maintains your alertness while ensuring comfort. Consider the practice of praying as you stroll at a gentle pace. If the heaviness you feel is tied to a spiritual battle, Francis has offered some precise guidance. Speak your prayers aloud with fervor. Shift your stance the instant drowsiness creeps in. Make the sign of the cross with purpose, and invoke Mary's name with unwavering faith. It is essential to remain steadfast during these times. When slumber arrives unexpectedly, particularly during profound moments of prayer, do not turn away. Remain with the Rosary. In times of divine safeguarding, the Pope offers an unexpected counsel. Do not fight it. If you find yourself wrapped in tranquility and your spirit feels rejuvenated, it could be a time of extraordinary grace. In those moments, embrace the gentle meeting with humility. Do not chastise yourself for drifting into slumber. Maintain a heart full of gratitude for that subtle blessing. Francis has shared insights on how to ready oneself for prayer. With the Rosary in hand, select a serene, open space. Position yourself in a manner that fosters both awareness and respect. Grasp your Rosary with intention, allowing each bead to serve as a reminder of your bond with the prayer. Start with a humble plea for the grace to pray with intention. To keep your mind anchored, he suggested picturing the mysteries, connecting each Hail Mary to a specific element of the scene, maintaining a steady rhythm without haste, and employing sacred images to deepen your meditation. A particularly valuable method he imparted was the prayer of the heart, synchronizing each Hail Mary with your breath to cultivate a profound sense of tranquility and concentration. In challenging times, he encouraged the practice of setting a fresh intention at the beginning of each mystery, dedicating each decade to a particular purpose. He reminded us that every Hail Mary is like a rose offered to Mary, urging us to remain steadfast even when our hearts feel parched. He emphasized that the true strength of prayer is found not in its flawless execution, but in the love and determination we infuse into it. He shared with us the profound truth that even our battle against sleep, when approached with love, carries significant spiritual worth. Enriching our bond with the Rosary, he encouraged beginning with a few prayers, focusing on them with intention, and then slowly expanding as our ability develops, all while maintaining a steady prayer routine. He urged us to cultivate an atmosphere that fosters tranquility. These actionable insights, combined with an awareness of the 3 reasons for sleep, guide us in nurturing a richer, more purposeful prayer life. He assured us that every little effort we make is precious in God's eyes. As we draw the curtain on this enlightening message about sleep during the Rosary, we find ourselves reflecting on insights that resonate deeply with many devoted souls. Let us hold close the key points we've uncovered together. When slumber drifts in during the Rosary, it may arise from one of 3 origins: the weariness of the body, a challenge from the spirit, or a shield of divine grace. Each source calls for a different approach. The essence lies not in flawless execution, but in unwavering commitment. We are reminded to remain steadfast, even when drowsiness visits our prayers. Rather than despair, we are beckoned to see these instances as opportunities to enrich our spiritual path and enhance our prayer life. For the next 7 days, I invite you to embark on a meaningful journey. As you pray the Rosary, immerse yourself in the experience. Pay attention to any drowsiness that may observe how it presents itself, and the feelings that accompany it, both during and after your practice. This active mindful observation will deepen your understanding of your personal journey. Throughout this week, maintain a simple record of your insights and reflections. Embrace the tools we've provided for every moment that arises. If you find yourself facing challenges, do not lose heart. Honor each small advancement in your prayer journey. Remember, every Hail Mary offered with genuine love holds great significance, even in times of struggle. It is not the perfection of your prayer that counts, but the unwavering love behind it. Picture the transformation in your life when you grasp the essence of those drowsy interludes. Guilt will fade away, replaced by a profound wisdom that allows you to navigate the depths of your spirit. Should this insight resonate with you, consider sharing it with another who might be grappling with similar thoughts. The journey of spiritual enlightenment flourishes when we extend it with kindness. Join me in taking one final step. Share a comment with the words, "I accept the 7-day commitment." If you're prepared to embrace these insights, we will weave a prayer chain that extends far beyond this moment. Francis has illuminated the truth that the Rosary serves as a mighty tool for our times. It's during those instances when we drift off while praying the Rosary that we come to understand that God seeks not mechanical perfection. He seeks a heart that returns time and again. Diving deeper into the art of prayer, have you pondered if your approach to the Rosary is truly as it should be? Perhaps your daily devotion feels unwavering, yet the spiritual transformation you yearn for seems just out of reach, as if an unseen barrier stands between you and the blessings this sacred practice promises. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. For years, countless devoted souls have prayed the Rosary, often feeling a certain way without understanding the reasons behind it. Yet today, through the insights shared by Francis, you will uncover the most critical missteps you may be taking. The final revelation is particularly profound, seldom discussed among the faithful. Francis's affection for the Rosary ran deep. He referred to it as his weapon. Each day, He devoted himself to praying over 30 rosaries, possessing an extraordinary ability to discern the sincerity of others' prayers. Should he observe your devotion? He might offer you guidance. What lies ahead has the potential to transform your spiritual journey completely. Before you proceed, take a moment to write in the comments, "Mother Mary, guide my prayer." This humble gesture of belief will allow your heart to embrace what is truly necessary. Many of us were introduced to the Rosary by our parents or grandparents. Yet, only a handful were guided to pray it with genuine feeling. We were cautioned about errors that could hinder our prayers from ascending to the heavens. Most troubling, as noted by Pope Francis, is that some of these missteps could inadvertently unlock spiritual pathways we would rather keep closed. Stay with us until the conclusion, for after we delve into these 8 significant missteps, you will uncover a straightforward yet profound approach to praying the Rosary as Francis did. This method has inspired countless individuals to experience genuine miracles. Keep in mind, the 8th error could be the key to unlocking the answers you've been yearning for, a truth that remains hidden from many. Francis shared a profound connection with the Holy Rosary. Neighbors often remarked that he was seldom spotted without a rosary in hand, even in slumber. For him, it transcended mere ritual or antiquated custom. It served as a vital link to the divine, a formidable tool in the battle against darkness. The Rosary is the weapon for these times, he would often say, and he meant every word. Francis seemed to see beyond the visible into the realm where angels and demons battle for every soul. He understood how a well-prayed rosary could shift the balance in favor of light. The first serious mistake he warned against was treating the rosary like a good luck charm or talisman. How many among us have adorned our rear-view mirrors with a rosary, hidden it beneath our pillows, or carried it in our bags, yet never truly engaged in prayer with it? This is a frequent oversight, one that bears significant spiritual implications. As Francis wisely noted, a rosary left unprayed is like a sword left in its sheath during battle. What value does a mighty weapon hold? He would inquire, if you never put it to use. The rosary doesn't shield us by mere enchantment. Its power emerges from purposeful prayer, reflecting on the life of Christ, and earnestly seeking the intercession of the Virgin Mary with a heart full of faith. A devoted woman once revealed to Francis the 5 rosaries that adorn her neck. With a gentle gaze, he addressed her, "My daughter, it would be far more meaningful to wear just one and pray it sincerely." Like many, she had intertwined the external symbols with their profound significance, treating the rosary as a mere object instead of a true pathway to prayer. We tread the fine line that may lead us into the realm of quiet superstition. Genuine Catholic devotion transcends the allure of enchanted objects. It is rooted in the profound connections we cultivate with God and the saints. The rosary serves to enrich that connection, rather than to supplant it. Have you ever discovered that your trust lies more in the beads of the rosary than in the heartfelt prayers they are designed to evoke? Perhaps you have a few placed throughout your home, yet seldom take a moment to engage with them in prayer. If that resonates with you, this initial misstep might be subtly obstructing your spiritual journey. To set things right, Francis suggested embracing the rosary daily, treating it with deep respect, and ensuring to pray it through at least once. A solitary Hail Mary, offered with true devotion, holds greater value than 100 rosaries merely displayed on the wall. He would declare with conviction, "The true strength lies not in the beads, but in the heartfelt words that are uttered." If you've been viewing your rosary merely as a shield, hold on to hope. Today is a new beginning waiting for you. Lift it not as a trinket, but as an invitation to connect with the divine. Before long, you'll sense the distinction between possessing a rosary and truly engaging in the act of prayer with it. But if you believe that initial misstep carries weight, just wait until you uncover the next twist in the tale. Numerous earnest souls who steer clear of the initial stumble often find themselves ensnared by this one. which can prove to be even more harmful. With deep concern, Francis cautioned against the second mistake, the hurried recitation of the Rosary. Have you ever found yourself speeding through Hail Marys as if time were slipping away? In the whirlwind of our modern lives, this phenomenon is all too familiar. He painted this error with a vivid picture. Each Hail Mary is akin to a rose presented to the Blessed Virgin, much like tossing flowers at someone in a hasty and careless manner. Will they truly feel honored? In the same vein, how can we anticipate that the Mother of God will embrace our rushed prayers with delight and our haste to recite the Rosary? We overlook its essence, the profound meditation on the life of Christ. Our words fade into a soft whisper as our thoughts drift away, lost in the passage of time, eagerly awaiting the moment it concludes. Pope Francis has often reflected on how distracted prayers barely rise from the ground. As the words were spoken with reverence, they found their way to the heart of Mary. A woman once shared that she devoted herself to praying 15 rosaries each day. He gazed at her with warmth and inquired, "But how many do you pray?" She was taken aback, caught off guard by the question. To engage deeply with a single mystery is far more meaningful than to rush through an entire rosary while your mind wanders. He emphasized that the richness of our prayers should always take precedence over mere numbers. Allow me to weave a tale that holds significance for those who wish to delve further into the profound spiritual lessons we've been uncovering. We have crafted in a book titled The Spiritual Secrets of the Rosary. It brims with heartfelt prayers, deep insights, and actionable steps to elevate your spiritual journey. In the comments, you'll discover the link waiting for you. This is more than just a book. It serves as a trusty ally for all the tales we've woven together today. To sidestep the second pitfall, he suggested selecting a particular moment to pray the Rosary, ensuring that you are free from haste and the distractions of daily responsibilities. In a fleeting moment of just 10 minutes, it is far more meaningful to engage with one mystery with deep reverence than to rush through all 5 in a hurried haze. Mary cherishes the rare expressions that spring from the soul, holding them in higher regard than a multitude of phrases uttered without true feeling. Now, let us journey to the third error, just as perilous, employing the Rosary solely for the pursuit of worldly possessions. Numerous individuals approach it primarily as a means to secure favors, health, financial gain, job security, and harmony within their families. While it is indeed beneficial to present our needs to God through Mary, Francis cautioned that if we treat the Rosary merely as a spiritual shopping list, we have overlooked its true essence. The Rosary serves to change your heart, rather than merely altering your situation. He conveyed that prayer should be a moment to seek rather than merely to request. This prayer's power is constrained. Its true purpose is to shape our hearts to reflect the essence of Christ. Through Mary's eyes, he proposed beginning each rosary with a heartfelt offering, a readiness to accept God's will. I do not arrive to alter your intentions, Lord, but to seek out and wholeheartedly accept them. It is in that moment, when we recognize our specific needs, that we can approach with humility, ever mindful of the teachings of Jesus. Prioritize the pursuit of the divine realm and its virtues, and all that you desire will be granted to you. The fourth mistake he highlighted could very well be the most nuanced and perilous of all. It's a ritual performed with precision, lacking attention and involvement. This transcends the act of praying too quickly. Even when your words flow gently, your mind may wander elsewhere. Your thoughts drift far beyond the horizon. Francis possessed an extraordinary gift for recognizing the moments when someone's heart was genuinely engaged in prayer. Once, during the sacred act of hearing confessions, he took a moment to pause and gently advised a woman, "Go complete the rosary you began this morning." You abandon it midway, your thoughts drifting away. She was taken aback and conceded that it was indeed the case. Even the darkest forces tremble at the power of a single Hail Mary, offered with unwavering focus. Over 100 remarked, their attention elsewhere. He once expressed, "When we pray with full awareness, our spirit truly reaches God, forging a channel of grace that remains untouched by the enemy. Yet, when our prayers are merely a distraction, they scarcely reach the divine. This oversight carries significant repercussions. We forfeit the grace that arises from contemplating the mysteries. Our connection with the divine becomes superficial, and we risk losing the spiritual safeguard that a thoughtfully recited rosary provides." To address this, he shared various practical methods he personally employed. One approach was to engage in sacred visualization, vividly imagining each mystery as though you were present. Don't merely contemplate the Annunciation. He would advise, immerse yourself in the scene with Mary. Observe her expression when the angel speaks. Listen to her voice as she responds. "Let it be done to me according to your word." Another technique involved utilizing word anchors, selecting a key phrase from each Hail Mary to center the mind. "Full of grace, blessed among women, the fruit of thy womb." As your thoughts drift, return to that single word. He imparted the wisdom of breathing prayer, aligning your breath with each line. Inhale deeply before you begin. Exhale gently as you offer your prayer. This practice harmonizes body and mind in devotion. If distractions linger, he recommended speaking your prayers aloud when you can. The sound of your own voice anchors you to your intentions. He would suggest, if that's not feasible, to move your lips in silence. A notably powerful technique he referred to as the contemplative pause, allowing a fleeting moment of stillness after each Hail Mary to let its essence resonate. It's far more beneficial to pray 10 Hail Marys this way than 50 without intention. He emphasized, this fourth mistake serves as a poignant reminder that it is our attention that imbues our prayers with strength. As he frequently expressed, God does not tally our words. Rather, he measures our love, which is always present, attentive, and engaged. Now, let us delve into the fifth error, which addresses a crucial misconception regarding the Rosary's role in our spiritual journey. This error, which Francis highlighted time and again, cuts to the core of our sacramental belief, substituting Holy Mass with the Rosary. While this might appear clear to many, it is surprisingly prevalent among dedicated Rosary prayer warriors. Francis, a staunch advocate for the importance of the Eucharist, would frequently express, the Rosary is a potent prayer, but the Holy Mass is Christ's sacrifice renewed on our altars. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can replace that supreme gift. To him, the Rosary and the Mass were worlds apart, akin to a photograph and the living person it captures. Some devoted believers, with hearts full of reverence, may find themselves ensnared in the notion that a day spent praying the Rosary suffices, leading them to forgo the communal embrace of the Church in favor of solitary devotion. He felt a profound unease about this way of thinking. Regardless of how lovely a devotion might appear, it should never take the place of the sacraments established by Christ. A devoted disciple once inquired, "Father, which holds greater value, praying 5 rosaries each day or participating in daily Mass?" His response was unmistakable. One single Mass holds greater value than all the rosaries you could ever pray throughout your life. And he added, the Rosary prepares the heart to receive Christ in the Eucharist, yet it can never replace that profound encounter. This error bears profound spiritual ramifications. Initially, it severs our connection to the sacred grace that streams directly from Christ through the Church. Secondly, it skews our perception of the order of Catholic devotions. It may guide us into a solitary belief, severed from the vibrant fellowship of the Church community. In a moment of deep contemplation, Francis unveiled a striking analogy to shed light on the harmonious connection between the Rosary and the Eucharist. The Rosary flows like the Jordan River, guiding us toward the vastness of the Holy Mass. The river, a sight to behold and vital to our existence, was never intended to confine us to its shores. Its mission is to guide us toward the ocean's embrace. This vivid imagery reveals the harmonious relationship between the two devotions, praying the Rosary and attending Mass, illustrating how they are intended to complement one another. As we embrace the Rosary, it guides us on a journey within, purifying our intentions and tenderizing our hearts. It guides us to embrace the wonder and depth of the Eucharist. The Eucharist, in its essence, stands as the pinnacle of our belief, a genuine meeting with Christ. One might envision the Rosary as the welcoming threshold to the sacred space of the Church. In that stillness, we gather our thoughts and ready ourselves. Yet, we are not destined to linger in the corridor. As we step into the sacred space of the Church, there stands Christ, patiently awaiting our arrival. To prevent any confusion, it was suggested to perceive the beautiful connection between the Rosary and the Mass. The Mass shines brightly at the center of our spiritual existence. As the Rosary shines, it mirrors the gentle glow of the moon. Both hold great significance, yet they should be welcomed in the right sequence whenever feasible. Praying the Rosary before Mass, especially the joyful or luminous mysteries, was encouraged. Picture yourself alongside Mary, her gentle hand leading you on a path to the altar, where her beloved Son is presented with reverence. This brought a sense of solace to those unable to partake in Mass because of illness or significant challenges. They were invited to join in prayer, reciting the Rosary with a heartfelt intention of connecting spiritually to a Mass being celebrated somewhere in the world at that very moment. Mary will guide you to be fully engaged in the moments where your body cannot reach. Another important truth is that the Church is a vibrant entity, and our engagement in liturgy connects us to it in a distinctive manner. In solitude, your prayers draw upon the wellspring of your own strength. It was declared with conviction. Yet when you engage in prayer during Mass, you unite with the strength of the whole Church, with Christ leading the way. Let us take a moment to ponder with sincerity. Have you ever felt the allure of allowing your personal devotions to overshadow the experience of Mass? Have you ever found contentment in reciting the Rosary, only to overlook that the Eucharist is the very essence of our worship? Now is the moment to reshape your spiritual focus. With a deep sense of urgency, he cautioned about the sixth misstep, neglecting the vital role of the Rosary in the ongoing spiritual struggle. Many perceive it merely as a tranquil or supplicatory prayer, failing to recognize its true strength as a formidable tool in the ongoing battle of the Spirit. In these times, the Rosary stands as a powerful tool. He frequently emphasized that this wasn't merely a poetic expression for someone who remained ever conscious of the spiritual struggles surrounding us. The Rosary held a profound strength, a shield against malevolence, safeguarding those who approached it with unwavering belief. To let this slip from our minds is to leave ourselves vulnerable. He shared, to pray the Rosary solely for comfort is akin to possessing a shield yet never lifting it. When the arrows come raining down, such a lapse in attention can lead to significant repercussions. To address this mistake, Francisco suggested starting the Rosary with a distinct declaration of its protective intent. I wield this Rosary as my shield in this sacred struggle, guided by the grace of Mary, the Queen of Heaven. He also suggested anointing the place of prayer with holy water, serving as a tangible reminder of the spiritual journey when perceived in the right light. The Rosary weaves a tapestry of requests for safeguarding. It stands firm against the shadows. He shared, each Hail Mary, offered with deep consciousness, reverberates through the very gates of hell. He could envision how demons would truly retreat from those who wielded the Rosary with this spirit of combat. Overlooking this aspect of the Rosary may manifest in various signs. Experiencing a sense of vulnerability in the spirit, despite the ritual of prayer, grappling with persistent negative thoughts, and witnessing a lack of progress in evident spiritual battles. If these strike a chord with you, It could be that this sixth misstep is woven into the fabric of your prayer life. In order to steer clear of it, let us hold dear the wisdom shared by Paul. For our battle is not with mere mortals, but against the very forces that govern the shadows, against the mighty and the unseen rulers of this realm. Ephesians 6:12. The Rosary serves as a vital piece of divine protection that Paul encourages us to embrace. The seventh mistake Francisco uncovered is a more nuanced one: reciting the Rosary without a defined purpose. Many embark on the prayer journey without a specific intention, and in this way, they forfeit much of its profound spiritual resonance. A wayward arrow seldom finds its mark. He imparted knowledge in a manner that remained consistent. A rosary adrift lacks the power and purpose it seeks. He shared that each rosary should be focused on a particular intention. This imparts a sense of cohesion and strength. He unraveled this error into its many components. Initially, unclear prayers disperse our spiritual essence. Secondly, when there's no intention, it becomes more challenging to remain mentally engaged. Third, we overlook a chance to deepen our faith by bringing forth our specific needs to God and Mary. To mend the situation, he shared insightful guidance. Pause for a full minute before embarking on the rosary, reflecting on the intentions that stir your heart. That brief moment of preparation enhances the power of the entire prayer. He would say, in those moments, reflect on what you truly need today. Consider the needs of your loved ones. What might the divine be urging you to present? Once you have a clear intention, jot it down if necessary. Ambiguous goals yield ambiguous outcomes. He advised that rather than merely praying for my family, focus on specific healing between my brother and father, or on guiding my teenage son towards his vocation. For those wandering in search of purpose, he offered this heartfelt prayer: Divine Presence, you understand my desires and the intricacies of the world far beyond my own comprehension. Lead me forth. He suggested the practice of maintaining a prayer journal, where one can record daily intentions and, over time, witness how God responds. Observing prayers answered, often in unexpected ways, nurtures and strengthens faith. He often shared the importance of a noble practice to consistently offer the rosary for intentions that extend beyond oneself, such as the conversion of sinners, the souls in purgatory, the Pope, priests, vocations, and the quest for peace in the world. When we seek to connect through prayer, with grander aspiration, our hearts grow. He imparted. At last, we arrive at the eighth and gravest misstep: reciting the rosary devoid of affection. What might seem straightforward held deeper significance for Francisco, as it was the foundation of all his struggles with the rosary. He held a deep conviction that a single Hail Mary, offered with genuine love, possesses greater strength than countless prayers recited merely out of habit. The devil, he elaborated, is not intimidated by your utterances or your trinkets. What sends shivers down his spine is the profound love that infuses your prayers. Love is the magic that turns a string of words into a vessel of grace. But what does it truly signify to pray with love? He portrayed it not merely as fleeting feelings or surface excitement, but as a profound commitment of the heart, a careful consideration of every word, a sincere wish to honor God and Mary, a readiness to embrace transformation through the mysteries, and a merging of one's prayers with Christ's sacrifice. This error is perilous. Lurking beneath the guise of loyalty, a person may recite the rosary each day, memorize every prayer, and meditate with great focus, yet still miss the essential element that breathes life into the prayer: love. He conveyed, without love, the rosary is merely a body devoid of a soul. The implications are grave. To begin with, our prayers yield no results. As time passes, we may find ourselves disheartened, leading us to set aside the rosary completely. Even more concerning, we might create a veneer of faith while our hearts grow distant. echoing the very criticism Jesus had for the Pharisees. To mend this disconnect, he offered tangible guidance. Before making the sign of the cross, we can invoke, "Mary, help me to pray this rosary with the same love you have for Jesus." Another helpful habit involves what he referred to as the memory of love. When distractions arise or you find yourself merely going through the motions, take a moment to pause and rekindle your intention to love. It's far more beneficial to halt and reconnect than to proceed in a mechanical manner. He elaborated that love in prayer flourishes through practice. Much like any relationship, initially, it may start with sheer willpower. Even in the absence of feelings, express, "I wish to love." Even if you feel nothing, keep going and true love will bloom. He encouraged, now that we've navigated the 8 significant errors he highlighted in praying the rosary, the moment has arrived to take action. Transforming our prayer habits is not an overnight endeavor. It requires dedication and intentionality. Thus, he introduced a 7-day challenge aimed at transforming one's connection with the Holy Rosary. This initiative, inspired by Francisco's wisdom, has enabled countless individuals to uncover the profound strength of this devotion. It's more than merely steering clear of errors. It's about crafting a prayer practice that breathes life into your spirit. On this first day, let's shift away from viewing the rosary as merely a charm. Before you begin, take your rosary in hand and say, "Mary, I'm not here seeking a mere lucky token. I seek a genuine connection with your Son through this prayer." Kiss the crucifix, not merely as a routine, but with deep and sincere reverence. Take a moment to pray at least one full mystery, even if that's all you can manage today. As he taught, one mystery prayed with intention holds more value than 5 rushed ones. Afterward, pause and reflect. How often have I approached the rosary as if it were a mere magical object, rather than a true journey toward Christ? On the second day, let's strive to mend the habit of hurrying through the prayer. Choose a moment when the world around you is still. Silence your phone and set aside distractions. Allow yourself to savor your prayers today, taking a deliberate pause with each word. Recall Francis's wisdom. Say every Hail Mary as if it's the first time, uncovering its beauty anew. Listen intently to the phrases imbued with elegance, for the divine presence accompanies you. Allow those words to resonate within you. Imagine Mary glowing with the light of divine presence. Consider the significance of having the Lord genuinely by your side. Embarking on this reflective journey can profoundly transform your rosary experience. Day 3. Shift your focus away from mere material desires. Before you start, offer this prayer. "Mary, I come today not merely to seek favors. I arrive to share this journey with you, to discover together the essence of loving Jesus." As you delve into each mystery, ponder what each reveals about the depth of God's love. Consider how you might embody that love in your life today. While your pressing needs are important, let them take a back seat. Prioritize the transformation of your heart above all else. In the spirit of Francis's wisdom, when your heart shifts, the world around you transforms as well. As the day draws to a close, take a moment to reflect on the insights you've gained about divine love during your rosary prayers. On this 4th day, guard against distractions that may cloud your devotion. Embrace the contemplative approach the Pope spoke of. For each mystery, allow yourself a full minute to vividly envision the scene before you begin your Hail Marys. Imagine the scene unfolding before you. The vibrant hues, the whispers, the expressions. Consider the emotions that might have stirred within Mary at the moment of the Annunciation. Visualize Jesus, burdened by his cross, immersed in prayer. Hold that image close to your heart. If your thoughts wander, be kind to yourself. Softly guide your focus back to your prayer. It was said that acknowledging your distractions and returning with compassion holds greater significance than mere forced attention. On the 5th day, consider not substituting the Mass with the Rosary. If possible, Attend Mass and recite part of the Rosary beforehand as a form of preparation. If you cannot be present in person, unite your spirit with any Mass being celebrated across the globe. Afterward, offer your Rosary as a gesture of gratitude. Take a moment to reflect on how these two practices beautifully enhance one another. As the Pope affirmed, the Rosary opens your heart to embrace Christ in the Eucharist, guiding you to carry the grace throughout your day. Observe how the Rosary enriches your experience of the Mass, while the Mass, in turn, imbues your Rosary with deeper significance. On the sixth day, remember the spiritual battle we encounter today. Grasp your Rosary firmly, envisioning it as a powerful shield. Start with a declaration. I take up this Rosary as a shield of faith, placing my trust in its strength to combat every shadow that threatens me and my loved ones. As you engage in prayer, particularly through the sorrowful mysteries, picture the radiant light of Christ and Mary dispelling the darkness that surrounds you. Once, the Pope shared a profound thought. Each Hail Mary serves as a stone, much like David's, aimed at your spiritual Goliaths. As you conclude your prayer, make a heartfelt request for divine protection over your dwelling. On the seventh day, let your prayers resonate with purpose and love. As you embark on this final day of the challenge, take a moment to pause and invite the Holy Spirit to guide you in selecting a clear intention for today. Choose it with care. Offer it with a heart full of love as you pray. Continuously nurture that love with tender words in your heart, such as, Mary, I love you, or Jesus, I give you my heart. You might also whisper, Holy Spirit, set my soul on fire. As the Pope wisely noted, one sincere I love you can transform your entire prayer. By the end of these 7 days, you will sense a revitalized spirit in your Rosary devotion. Not every day will shine with perfection, but Francis gently reminded us that the essence of our journey lies not in flawlessness. It's in the enduring love we show through our perseverance. Nurture these practices, and you'll witness transformations beyond your wildest dreams. And now, we find ourselves at the conclusion of our exploration of the teachings on the Holy Rosary. These are not mere devotional tips. They are transformative keys to a richer spiritual journey. Countless individuals have shared how their lives shifted dramatically when they embraced the Rosary. As Francis instructed, let us reflect on our findings. The Rosary transcends being a simple charm or token. It is a vibrant prayer that calls for your heart and focus. It invites you to take your time, to truly relish each moment. It's not merely a means to an end or a way to gain something in return. Instead, it serves as a journey toward profound personal change. It demands your complete focus, steering clear of mindless routines. It deepens your appreciation for the sacraments, enhancing rather than substituting them. It stands as a powerful tool for the spirit, transcending the notion of simple tranquility. One must approach it with intention and, above all, with a heart full of love. These reflections uncover the rich layers concealed within what may appear to be a straightforward prayer. It has been expressed that the entirety of the gospel resides within the Rosary. Those who engage with it earnestly embody the gospel's essence. It transforms into a nurturing ground for faith, where Mary guides us in our journey to love, follow, and understand her Son. The tales woven into this devotion resonate with profound emotion. Even during his most agonizing moments, when wounds bled freely, he remained steadfast in his prayer, the Rosary never leaving his side. Observers recount how his lips whispered Hail Marys, even in the depths of sleep during his final days. When words eluded him, his fingers continued to glide over the beads. From his earliest years to his last breath, the Rosary stood as his unwavering companion. If you've noticed any of these missteps in your prayer life, take heart. Francis often reminded us that acknowledging our shortcomings is the essential first step toward genuine devotion. What truly counts is not achieving perfection, but the daily effort to enrich your prayers and strengthen your connection with Mary, and through her, with Christ. Kindly pass this message along to someone dear to you. You might know someone who has been devotedly praying the Rosary for years, yet remains unaware of these profound truths. Francis expressed that sharing this message could be a genuine act of spiritual affection. As the saint wisely noted, teaching someone to truly pray the Rosary is like handing them the key to heaven. If this resonated with you, I encourage you to share a comment expressing, "Thank you, Francis, for guiding me in prayer." Your thoughts could spark inspiration in another to reconnect with this profound practice. Your role will be to share these vital lessons in a world yearning for spiritual insight. This week-long journey is just the start of an incredible adventure. True transformation unfolds when these lessons weave seamlessly into the fabric of your daily prayers. As Francis promised, those who earnestly engage in the Rosary will behold wonders unfold before their eyes. These wonders may not unfold in grand spectacles, but rather in subtle transformations and increase in tranquility, a profound spiritual fortitude, enhanced discernment, triumph over temptations, and an ever-deepening love for the divine. Be sure to join our channel for more enlightening tales drawn from the lives of the saints. Prepare to embark on a journey as we unveil the wisdom Francis imparted regarding guardian angels and the art of harmonizing with them for our spiritual safeguarding. In conclusion, I wish to share a profoundly moving sentiment expressed by Francis regarding the Rosary, a thought that resonates even when my voice is hushed by the finality of death. In the celestial realm, my fingers shall continue to dance upon the beads of the Rosary, sending heartfelt thoughts and wishes to each of you. This image serves as a bridge, linking the realms of heaven and earth through the sacred Rosary. It's a heartfelt invocation that transcends the boundaries of this existence. May the cherished Mother illuminate your path. May you embrace the practice of praying the Rosary with the same devotion that flowed through her devoted servant Francis. May each Hail Mary you utter unfold like a fragrant rose blossoming in the garden of your spirit. And may the divine presence, the cherished gift of Mary's womb, envelop your heart with peace and love. If this message resonated with you, share your tale in the comments. Your words have the power to ignite belief in another's heart, often in ways you can't foresee. Never overlook the strength of genuine accounts. And if you haven't yet, join our community by subscribing to the channel, so we can continue to flourish together in this beautiful journey that connects the divine and the earthly. Hit the bell icon to ensure you catch every upcoming reflection and teaching that awaits you. Pass this video along to your cherished ones, for guiding someone in the art of prayer is bestowing upon them a timeless treasure. May the gentle embrace of peace and the warmth of love accompany you on your journey through life.